He was a bully on the bus, so his dad made him run to school, and he talked about it while he filmed the whole thing.
This right here is called parenting, guys. If you don't know what it's like, here you go. Teach your child a lesson. You don't have to kill them. You don't always have to beat them. But sometimes it sucks for them, and that's what teaches them. So,
okay, did his dad go too far? Let's bring in our parenting panel. Lee Stern is here, the CEO of DivaMoms.com. Dr. Dominic Sportelli is here. He's a certified psychiatrist. And Jeannie Azzano is a mom political science professor and consultant. Jeannie, let's start with you. Is this good parenting?
Well, the statement we heard I don't think is good parenting, because I don't think you ever need to kill or beat your child for anything.
Because he said you don't always have to beat him.
He was saying it in jest, I'm sure. I think he was right in terms of the punishment. What I have a problem with is two things. Number one, posting the video. I get very worried about humiliating a child like that by posting the video, but I do think he was right to have him walk to school. The child should not be bullying. And then he also needs to address the cause of the bullying so it doesn't happen again. Right. And I worried a little bit the father seemed to have bullying tendencies himself with the posting of the video. So that was a concern I had about the posting.
Right, Dominic. The thing is, you don't just learn to be a bully. You're not born a bully. You wonder what was happening at home.
Exactly. And as I said before, bullying is a symptom, right? So when a child is bullying, you have to look deeper into what's going on. Now, when you're looking at this particular punishment, the kid is associating, I don't get to go on the bus, and that kind of stinks, but we really need the kid to associate why he's not on the bus. He's not on the bus because he was bullying somebody. Let's address that.
All right.
Yes.
You want to just weigh in quick? Because
really quickly. Again, I think that it's important that parents are taking action, and if their children are the bullies, that they are doing something about it, and they're not just sitting back and allowing it to happen. However, this personally, I think there are other ways to discipline, and if this was the way he did it, I don't think we needed to see the video go viral.
All right, so let's switch over to football, youth football, and it's something that comes out with parents too. Think about a lot of divorce situations, and they said one parent decides, I want my kid to play football. The other says, with all that's going on right now, you really want him to play football? And this ends up being in family court, battling it out. Dominic, where do you stand on this?
Yeah, so listen, we absolutely know that there's a link to head trauma and what's called chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is, it leads to pretty much brain damage as an adult. There was a study done by Boston University that showed that kids under the age of 12, if you started playing football under the age of 12, you likely had an increased chance of having behavioral problems, emotional problems, cognitive problems. Now, that was a good study, but there were certainly flaws in that study. We need more research. I don't want the legislation to get ahead of the science here.
And plus, we've had generations of people playing sports over 100 years. Football, it's the most popular game in the country. And there's also hockey, which is very physical. Soccer, we were heading the ball at 3 years old, 4 years old. Jeannie, where do you stand on this? Because if a kid wants to play, can they be involved and they end up in family court?
Yeah, it was stunning to me to see that lawyers are saying this is happening increasingly. As you mentioned, it used to happen more in hockey, but increasingly in football, which, as Dr. Dominic mentioned, has gotten so much press in terms of the concussion issue. And it's unfortunate to me that the parents couldn't work this out. The other side of this is a 17-year-old boy, and he really wanted to play, and his doctors cleared him to play. And I'm a little biased. My son plays football. I do think I understand.
Such great character sport.
Such great character building, and I do understand the father's concerns given the research, but I also feel like the doctor who looked at him cleared him to play. He's 17. He did end up playing, and he was fine. So in this case, I really felt like that he was old enough to make a decision.
And I think they could put pressure, Lise, don't you think, on the youth game and Pop Warner to maybe flag a little bit longer? I know a lot of professional football players don't let their kids play tackle until 9th grade.
Yeah. I have two sons. They're not playing football, but that right now they've chosen not to play. However, if they choose to play when they're older, that'll be a discussion that we'll have then. But going back to this case, I see both sides from both parents, and hopefully that the kid will make the right choice and what decides to happen. He is 17.
I know, and this is a common, we're seeing that at the pro level, we're seeing it at the college level, we're seeing it at the youth level. All right, thanks so much, guys.